Charleston, South Carolina is a community marked by both loss and love. Rattled by grief, rallying around those who lost family members in a historic hate crime when 21-year-old Dylann Roof allegedly opened fire in one of the most famous black churches in the South. ABC's Cecilia Vega is on the scene as new details come to light tonight about this disturbed young man and the innocent victims of the tragedy in Charleston.
Tonight, the community of Charleston is in mourning.
We woke up today, and the heart and soul of South Carolina was broken.
An entire nation grieving with South Carolina. But during this vigil to pray for those who lost their lives, through the tears, a moment of relief. The suspect in Wednesday night's deadly church massacre now in custody.
That awful person, that terrible human being who would go into a place of worship and people were praying and kill them, is now in custody, where he will always remain.
21-year-old Dylann Roof finally captured this morning during a traffic stop across state lines in Shelby, North Carolina, more than 200 miles from Charleston. And late tonight, Roof transported back to South Carolina. Police saying a citizen alerted them to his car.
And he was transported here to the Shelby Police Department. We currently have representatives from all the agencies that are involved in this investigation here on site to work through the process of getting Mr. Roof back to South Carolina.
Roof accused of committing one of the deadliest attacks on a place of worship in United States history. At 8 p.m. Wednesday night, he enters the historic Mother Emanuel AME Church. Witnesses say he joined the prayer group, sitting with church members for nearly an hour before opening fire. At 9:05 p.m., police responded, arriving to a gruesome scene.
Advising of an active shooter, multiple people down.
8 dying inside that church, 1 on the way to the hospital. In all, 6 women and 3 men. Roof fleeing the scene in a black Hyundai, putting the community on high alert.
Be advised, it is not completely secure. Apparently, we have someone running around armed downtown. But there's possibility that there's still an active shooter in the area.
Among the dead, the pastor of the church, Clemente Pinckney, who also served as a state senator. And just 3 people making it out alive. Among them, a grandmother and her 5-year-old granddaughter. That grandmother, when it was all done, telling her story to the pastor's cousin, Sylvia, who spoke earlier to ABC's David Muir.
The gunman came in and asked, where's the minister?
He asked that?
He asked, where's the minister? And they showed him where he was. And Clemente, being the kind, spirited person that he is, he had him to sit next to him when they were getting ready to dismiss, that he started shooting. He loaded up about 5 times.
You spoke with one of 3 survivors? There were 3 total?
Yes.
And what did she tell you?
She said it was just horrible. It was just blood all over the place. She played dead in order to survive, in order to get him not to shoot her.
And she told her granddaughter to play dead too?
Play dead, yes. When he got up, that's when the gunman questioned him and started, saying, y'all rape our women, and y'all have taken over the country, and I have to do what I have to do.
And after it was over,
We got 2 people coming out. An adult female and a child that was found in the room. They need to get checked out.
Many of the victims killed grandparents in their 70s and 80s. 4 were reverends, including Pastor Pinckney.
We will get through it. Our church will get through it. It's tough times, but I know for a fact everybody will press on.
This evening, the son of victim and high school coach Sharonda Coleman Singleton speaks out from Southern Charleston University.
I just say love is always stronger than hate. So if we just love the way my mom would, then the hate won't be anywhere close to what love is.
Tonight, many wondering if Roof targeted the church for its role in the fight for black equality.
Many of us don't.
In this video from 2013, Reverend Pinckney lays out the church's place throughout American history.
Freedom to worship and freedom from sin, freedom to be full what God intends us to be, and have equality in the sight of God.
In the decades leading to emancipation, black churches were outlawed in Charleston. Mother Emanuel became a bedrock of the civil rights movement. The Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. visited. And in those years, black churches were on the front lines, targeted with arson and bombs.
The fact that this took place in a black church obviously also raises questions about a dark part of our history. This is not the first time that black churches have been attacked.
The federal government opening a hate crime investigation.
Acts like this one have no place in our country and no place in a civilized society.
Investigators now hoping to find out exactly who Dylann Roof is.
You're talking about a 21-year-old who typically 21-year-olds communicate via social media. It's extremely important to seize their computers, laptops, cell phones, because most of their communication may well be in those devices.
Those who know him say Roof's alleged plan was 6 months in the making.
He was emotionless to me.
Today, this friend since childhood telling me Roof had a deep hatred of black people.
He wanted segregation.
What did he want to see happen? How was he going to do this?
I think he wanted something big like Trayvon Martin. He wanted to make something spark up the race war again.
In this photo, flag patches on Roof's jacket, one from apartheid-era South Africa, the other from the former Rhodesia when it was ruled by a white minority, now called Zimbabwe. Joey Meek and his mom Kim saw Roof just Tuesday. They say he always had a gun with him.
What kind of guns did he have?
45 Glock.
45 Glock? Did you carry it around?
In his car.
They called police when they saw him on TV this morning. FBI showing up at their home today.
This is a small town, a close-knit community. Neighbors say they saw Roof coming in and out of the country store all the time, but he never raised any suspicion.
But earlier this year, his bizarre behavior leading to run-ins with police. In February, Roof, wearing all black, arrested at a mall after asking employees out of the ordinary questions. Accused of illegally possessing a prescription drug, Roof telling police his parents were pressuring him to get a job. Just 2 months later, Roof was arrested again at that same mall for trespassing. Tonight, for every vigil around the country, there are as many unanswered questions. For Nightline, I'm Cecilia Vega in Charleston, South Carolina.
Thoughts and prayers with them all tonight.